Hi friends, welcome to my garden. My name is Dee. It's been over 3 weeks since I posted my last video. It's been a while and there are some changes in my garden, and today I'm gonna show you that. It's been crazy over here, honestly. There are a few changes happening in my garden. It's not a good update. But before I do a garden tour, I do have some compost items like scraps, kitchen scraps, like vegetables and stuff like that that I need to bury. I do have a congestion on my chest, so I do sound a little sick, so I just wanted to let you know that. Let's see what I'm gonna plant this. Let's get this. So I haven't been able to come out here in my garden as often as I would like to, because it's been it's been crazy. The rain and the heat wave just kind of ruined my garden. So let's see, but before we do any of that, we can talk about it, but I want to bury this stuff first. I think I'm gonna bury it right here somewhere. During the summer, I do love directly composting stuff in the garden, although I do have composter. Let's see, there's a lot of stuff here. Wow. Let's put some tissue. This stuff, vegetables, we didn't eat them, they were going bad, so hopefully by the time, here we go, in no time this should get composted with all the heat wave that we got. Oh, I've been looking for this. Right, so I'm gonna leave that there for now. Okay, just like I said, it's been crazy in my area. If you've been following me for about, for a couple especially my last few videos, at the beginning of the garden season, I did complain about we wouldn't get enough rain. We wouldn't get enough rain, and then we started to receive rain, and it was just so much rain, it was ridiculous. And then right after that, we received the heat wave that literally killed some of my plants, unfortunately. The heat was so unbearable. I didn't come out here days after days. So, and I just, I do work full time, so I don't have time in the morning or in the evening to come out here to do any type of garden work. So even today, like, I don't want to be out here like no more than 15 minutes. So but last weekend, like about a week ago, I did come out here early in the morning for about an hour. I was able to do some cleanup, and all the stuff, I actually just piled it. I pulled everything, and I've been piled stuff over there, right over there, and I didn't pick it up because I was just soaking in sweat, and I just wanted to, get the beds cleared out, and then I just told myself that I'll come back later. So let's just let me show you what I have, what's going on right now. All right, my corn looks like they're almost ready. They are not big though, but this is gonna be ready very soon. I think when they dry out, they should be ready to be picked, like harvest. My sweet potato looks like they start to grow, but I honestly didn't think my corn gonna make it. But I'm kind of curious how, like, this is very small, and so I'm just curious how it's gonna be. This pepper plant is doing awesome. I did have a good amount of harvest, and they are still growing, so this is just perfect. And then let's talk about this raised bed. As you can see, there's tomato plants, and there's 2 pepper plants, and there's 1 more pepper plant right over here. I actually pulled out the butternut squash from this raised bed after the heat wave came. What happened was it killed my plant. So at that point, I really didn't see any reason to keep it, so I just cleared it out, and I pulled out my flower that was in the corner right over here, and which now this pepper should start growing. So I need to plant something in this place though. I think I'm gonna put more butternut squash, but I'm gonna plant them along the edges. Maybe I'll come out here tomorrow and I'll do that. And then what else I was gonna do? I think in the plant I'm gonna start loofah. I think I'm gonna plant loofah too. Alright, so now let's talk about this rice bed right here. I had actually tomato plant that was over here. I ended up pulling that out. It wasn't doing good. I kind of felt bad, but there's really nothing I could have done. It just stopped the growth. Like this one right over here. Actually, whatever disease that plant has, this one too. Only reason I'm keeping this one because it still has some tomatoes on there, and they're not even really good either. I mean, look at this. I need to actually come and pick this up too. Isn't that kind of sad? I was really hoping that I would have had really nice fruits from here. So let's talk about this right here, and I'm just gonna be honest with you. What is this? Somebody's coming. He has been coming here and eating them. All right, so this is my first time growing Black Eyed Susan, and I want to say that I really loved it, but I don't think it's really suitable for raised bed. There are two mistakes I made with this when I grew them. I had, let's just look over here. I had a few seeds together growing, and I planted them like this together, and as you can see, I broke like 2 of 3. I broke off 3 branches, and they lay down like this because they have no support, and they also became bushy, very bushy. And that kind of like is, look at this plant. There was more over here, more over there. I pulled this one out, and the plant that was in between suffered because it did not get enough sun, and it was blocked by the flowers, so it didn't grow. So I'm hoping that it should start growing now. So, but I think I'm gonna pull this one out too, because I don't want something in here that's not really doing well. I mean, I don't see any purpose of this. Look at over here. It laid over. Plant over here suffered. It's not doing good, and it looks very nice. It looks very pretty, but next time when I grow them, I will not grow it like this way. Now the Black Eyed Susan plant is actually really nice plant. I do like them, but next time what I will do is like grow 1 seeds per container and put them along the edges, but they do need support, maybe like 24 inches high borders on each side, so they stay together instead of like going over. And I really wouldn't do it the way that I did it, like this one. I will not do that again. I think that was definitely a mistake, but it's okay, you know. You do things, you learn from your mistakes, and hopefully I don't make it next year, but sometimes I do it again and again. Okay, so let's talk about this side. So I had, I think, 3 tomato plants that was dead. I pulled them out, and I think that the reason they were dead is because they were getting too much water. Even though I fertilized them, it didn't matter, it still died. So it was really, there was no reason for me to again keep a dead plant over there. But I don't know what I'm gonna plant in its place though. Over here, still not doing that good, but you know, I do have some plants here. I don't know if it's gonna do anything, but what is this? But anyways, but there are still some. Look at this side of tomato. Look, it's so big. I love it. I forgot the name of this, but hopefully I will get it. Let's see. Looks like flowers are. I don't know if it's gonna give anything, but I am kind of disappointed this year with my tomato plants, especially my Roma tomatoes. I was hoping to store them, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. So I forgot to tell you, remember, I don't know if you saw my previous video, there was I started some seeds, tomato seeds, about like maybe over a month ago. I had total of 6 tomato plants, and I gave one to my neighbor, but that's right there, that's what it is. So I actually did plant second round of tomatoes plants, so that's one right there, and then I have 2 over there and 2 over there, so we're gonna go through that too. But let's look at this right now. You see this right here, how it's falling back, and right now when I look, let me see if I can pick it up. See this here right there, right there. Now there's the grass is not even doing good because of this, so it is falling over, and I don't like that. And I try to keep it up together, but it doesn't seem like it's like that. So if I'm gonna do it, definitely need some sort of borders, and 1 plant at a time. You can see there's like 3, 4, 5 plants all together. All right, so these plants right here, these are my pepper plants. Actually, after I took out the cabbage out of here, they start to do really well. These are my, what is this, green beans. This probably didn't do well too because of all of that heat that we got. Look at this right here, like it's just 2-minute plants. Look at this. That is just not good. So one evening after I came from work, what I came to was a disaster. This right here, the cup, this is the trellis I guess I built. The panel fell off. All my tomato plants right over here fell off with it, and there was a lot of broken benches, like you can see right here. And I actually need to come out and pull this out, so there's really nothing here. I pulled out 1 plant already. I'm gonna pull out this one too. I tried to keep the others in here, but look at this, it's damaged basically, and I felt so bad, but there's nothing much I can do. You know, I tried to do my best to put it back and lift everything, but it was already broken, and I even put the block over there for support. This is kind of sad because I did work a lot to keep this thing up, but it is kind of my fault because I have this plastic wraps. It's been sitting on here for about 3 years now, and it was due for change. And I do have those hooks that goes on here, and I didn't even use those. So this is actually kind of my fault too. So what are you gonna do? All right, let's come over here and talk about this right here. This is kind of like a really messy. So there's 2 new tomato plants that I planted, and hopefully they will grow, give me some fruit around this. And I did clear this area a little bit. I have some of my basil's doing good, jalapeno pepper right here. And again, this, do you see this right here, how this is just expanding everywhere, like there's no other plants, like it's the only one. And all right, this right over here, my cantaloupe is doing awesome. So this is still not ready yet, but look at the size of this. This is so delicious. It's gonna be so delicious. That one is right there. I left it there. It was really what is it called, it was getting bad, so I want the bugs to come and eat them. I do have 2 more, one over there. Let's just go over there and look at it. I have 1 more over here. Look at that right there. And then 1 more over here. I think that's enough for me for the whole year because I don't need a lot anyway. But my watermelon didn't do well, so I cleared this raised bed, and I did plant my 2 more tomato plants right over here, and hopefully they will do awesome and give me some nice tomatoes out of here. I forgot what day I planted them, but anyways, so these 2 plants right here didn't do well either. Hopefully they will do too. Nice. So look at this right over here. This is, I have Roma tomato I need to pick over here. It's like, look at this. The other day I did come out here and harvest a bunch of cherry tomatoes, and I didn't see this one, but okay, look at that right here. So cherry tomatoes, oh my goodness, they are crazy. I did not realize how wild they get. They literally took over my raised bed over here. Look at all this stuff. Okay, so these are black beans, and I think they're ready for harvesting. Yep, they are ready. I gotta come here and pull them out and clear this raised bed too. But I mean, look at this. Wow, it's crazy. I kind of let it go this way. I guess when you don't come out here and garden and attend every day, there's something gonna happen like this. So there was basil here. Oh, there's a, it didn't even do well. There's some basil over here too, but look at these edges there, look so pretty. All right, there's some jalapenos, some more peppers there. Okay, this looks very nice. All right, look at this right over here. This green beans, for whatever reason, last 2 years I did not have good harvest of green beans. Honestly, I don't even know what's happening. Like, why? I don't know. Like, why is this like this? Is it like, it's just not good? And I know I had a good soil, so I'm not sure if it's all the heat, if it's all the dryness, or is it because so much rain we had? Some of my vegetables are just not really. Look at this. What is this? This is green beans? Anyways, I mean, I do love my garden. Every year is something different, that's for sure. And then look at this right here. This is actually really, I really like this, but these also get huge too. And I have some pepper plant right over here. There's a few I can harvest. Right here. Oh, look at this. A bee is resting. Okay, I don't want to touch it and scare it. All right, right over here, look at this tomato right here. Look, this is actually doing really good, but I think I need to come out here and fertilize them. Let me see if I can. See right over here. There's, again, this right here. Oh, well. So this side, oh, this is broke. Yep. You know, everything is falling off. Just put it right here. Look at this, mosquitoes are already going crazy on me. So. I will come. Oh. Again, like, there is so much. I don't know. Like, everything was doing really good, and when you don't come out here, like look at this. When you don't come out here and attend its need, it's gonna just suffer. Just saying. All right, right over here, my blackberries are done. Officially, there are no more blackberries. See this right here? I have some pepper plant over here, but it's not getting enough sun. Even though it's taller a little bit, there's nothing that's growing on here either. But these two plants are doing pretty good, looks like. This area, I did harvest a good amount of cucumber, but it's coming to an end. So there's one little one over here. I didn't think I was gonna grow anymore. I did, however, start more cucumber seedlings a few weeks ago, and I plant them here, and let's see how this is gonna do. Here comes There's a helicopter. Another cucumber right there. Alright, this is my muscadine grape. They're literally taking over this bed over here. It is crazy. And asparagus, maybe next year I'll have some asparagus. I think it's time to I gotta thin this out. I gotta do something over here. Let's see. So there's a few grapes right over here, and there's some over there and some over here. Unfortunately, this year is the third year, I'm not going to have a lot of muscadine grape, but this will be my first time where I will be tasting one. So I'm still grateful for any amount of, look at that, let me see something, any amount of grape I have. So I'm still gonna be grateful. It's doing good. So I did clear this bed a little bit. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff that's dead already, so I need to do more cleanup. My roses, this rose bush needs to come cleaned out too. Look at this. So I don't think this is going to give flower this year, maybe next year. I cut this down too a little bit. Alright, over here I have some parsley, zinnias, and also I have some eggplant. I did harvest few eggplants over here, and when I wasn't here over the weekend, I did clear the bottom too a little bit. But I do need to come out here and cut more of this because I don't want the zinnias to take over the raised bed. Something that I don't do is look at like my fruit trees that I have. I don't really take you out to show you those. I have my fig tree over here. They are quite small right now. There's not much going on. My cherry tree over there, let's see. Again, there's nothing really going on, but I think that's my second year having this, and my this is my first year having this tree right here. This is the cherry. This right here, I planted this year. I thought it was gonna be dead, to be honest with you. I thought it was gonna die on me, but the leaves came back and they're doing really good. But I do think that it needs to be trimmed. I'm not gonna do any trimming this year. I'm gonna wait until next year, maybe in the early spring, before we start getting leaves, because I know, like right here, it does have dead branches. So right here, like, there's nothing else happening here. Okay. But it is alive, so that's a good thing. It didn't die, but I don't think I'm gonna have any fruit for them maybe next 2-3 years. So, and then this is another tree that I don't really talk about, but there's so much apples on here, and I did eat them. And look at that. This is actually really good size. Well, I hate when it's like this. I need to. They don't get huge. They do get this size, and they are like a tart taste to it. It's not. And then they get bugs all the time. I guess I need to spray. I do have a orange tree and lemon tree that I purchased last year, so there's no fruits on them either. So, but this is it, guys. As you can see, there was quite a lot of changes in my garden. Where are we? We're beginning of July, and I need to go ahead and I need to start my fall gardening. I haven't done that, and I don't know what I'm gonna grow, but I do have some seeds out already, so I just need to get it started. So there's not much change on this side. I'm still using it as a storage. Oh, I forgot to show you about my raspberries. There's no fruits on them. I don't know why. Maybe they don't give fruits in the first year, because this is the seedlings that came like after I picked them out. They were like all over on the grass. Anyways, it's okay if I don't get any fruits out of it. But there's so much cleanup that needs to be done again. This is, and also my sunflowers didn't do well. I'm gonna get this taken care of too. I hate how it looks. I am hoping to have a, oh, there's a bird over there. So we received a lot of rain about a couple of hours ago, and according to weather, all weekend we're going to have lots of rain. So that's other days that I'm not going to be in the garden. It's okay, but I'm sure after the rain is over, there's going to be a lot more cleanup. Of course, all the other stuff that I laid around, I need to come and pick it up too, and cut the grass in here. But I need to definitely do my seedlings so I can get that going, because I start to have empty space in my raised beds, and I need to start filling those out. All right, guys. Well, I hope everyone's doing good, and I'm sorry about that. I just felt like I have to come out here and just show you guys what's happening, because it's been a while. But I hope you guys enjoyed the tour, and thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys on the next video, and hopefully I have some good news. Until then, you all have a good time. Bye bye.